It's true. We got a podcast. We've been talking about this for a minute. And you know what? We don't care what happens. We don't care what we say. We don't care what we do because we're already canceled. We want to hear your feedback and we want to hear the honest truth because that's how we're bringing it. Stay tuned, read the disclaimer, sit back and enjoy. All right, as you guys already know, I'm Joel. This is my brother Sal with Details, and we've been detailing for a minute. There's a whole lot of craziness going on, a whole lot of podcasts, and a whole lot of
wild stuff going on, sloppy stuff going on, nasty stuff going on.
It's just crazy stuff. So we want to bring it to you guys. We also want to bring some entertainment and fun to this industry. So, man, let's jump right into this. The first subject of our first episode of Already Canceled is going to be about RUPES. So enjoy this first clip, and then we're going to talk a little bit about it. Those buzzwords.
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. Like a boss. Hey, that man tossed that RUPES joint, broke that thing.
He threw it like he took the RUPES training.
I know he took the RUPES training.
He knows
but you know what they tell you about the RUPES training? If you break it, you send it in, they fix it for free.
Yeah, they got the refurbishment program going on. So he's like, I don't even care about this one. Like
that probably was broken already.
I'm gonna reach out to my man and see if I'll give him 100 for it. I'll get 100 for it, get it back, flip it, go get it, you know what I mean? Get that brand new one. Cause they tell you at RUPES, they say, if it's busted up, we'll just give you a new one.
That's the first thing I see. I thought when I see a break, I was like, oh, he knows about to send back. Yeah, you send the thing back and they fix it.
He ain't sweating that. Everybody's all shocked. Like, ooh, he broke the RUPES, man.
He knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah, he knows what's going on. Maybe I do want to take his mentor class. My man got all the schemes. My man's scheming like that. He probably knows everything. He probably getting down on the taxes too, huh? Got all the write-offs. He got everything, huh? You know what I mean, RUPES? We like RUPES. We love RUPES. Actually, RUPES, that's all we use is RUPES.
Don't mess with nothing else.
Yeah.
Why bother?
Yeah, there's some cats out there, those Magshine cats though, man, they're die hard. You talk to a guy about a Magshine, how do they talk about their Magshine, man? They don't want to hear nothing else.
Magshine is their baby.
Yeah, they're like those crazy Raider fans.
Crazy Niner fans.
Yeah.
Crazy Cowboy fans.
Yeah, even before you say anything, you start talking about polishing, they're like, oh, I don't use RUPES, I use Magshine. I'm like, whoa, I didn't even ask.
Speaking of Raider fans, they probably got those high socks. They probably wear those high socks up there.
Speaking of high socks, let's jump right into our next video because we got Magshine and some high socks. So I'm sure some of you guys have seen this before.
I already know this one.
You already know you guys already know what's coming. So we're gonna jump right into the next video, and I'm not even gonna say anything on this one. So we'll let this one play, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Let's go.
Here's one doesn't really scratch. It says fine grit. Excuse me. It says fine grit, but I don't even keep that in grit. And that's good for Tesla. That's good for cars like Marco says. You know what I mean? We don't really want to scratch a car no matter what. But say we're doing a car that we're going to do a polish on, a correction on. Then I want to step into a medium to a heavy cutting clay bar. The reason for that is because it's, give or take, it's color sanding the car down. Because we are scratching paint. And when we scratch paint with an abrasive, we are moving some type of, you could say,
Okay. So, I'm a little confused here. Because he's saying the clay bar has no grit, but you use it when you wash. Let's get one thing absolutely clear. Absolutely clear when it comes to detailing, because this is one subject. We're always arguing over it. People are always in some sort of a disagreement on it. Some people have opinions on it. We have to understand that we live in a consumer-based society. Like, we live in a capitalist society. So we constantly have people trying to sell us stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So you have people trying to sell these clay mitts, these clay towels, clay, and they all say the same thing. Oh, it does not scratch. It doesn't. Anything that is touching the surface of paint scratches at some level. It may be a level that you don't see with the naked eye, but there is some, if there is friction on a surface, there's going to be scratching. So for you to say that this clay mitt or this clay bar or anything that you're putting on the surface of a vehicle is not scratching, you're just flat out lying. You know what I mean? Especially if you're picking up contamination, because that clay bar is picking up contamination, and that contamination on that bar that you're running back and forth is scratching the surface. The contamination is embedded in the surface of the car. You remove it with that clay bar, but as you're moving it, you're passing it through to another section. So if you really think that the contamination you picked up on that clay bar isn't scratching the surface, you're terribly mistaken. Have you ever used a clay bar and hit a spot where you didn't have enough lubrication? What happens?
It leaves it marks it.
Yeah, you're gonna get some type, exactly, because that's a friction. You know, it's more friction because you have less lubrication, but there's still friction. So you're getting a good idea of actually what's happening. So the same process is happening just with lubrication. So you're not getting the clay bar to stick or the clay mitt to stick or any of that.
Hey, you think he's a Raider fan or a Cowboy fan?
No, but I say Cowboys. I say Cowboys.
I say Raiders.
Raiders? Okay. Well, you guys leave in the comments. let's read the comments with my man over here from Magshine, what type of fan he is. But yeah, so this was a wild one, man. This video.
This was Max Shine's training?
Yes. This is a Magshine. Magshine posted this this is from their Instagram. Their Instagram is highlighting this training that they're doing, and there's a couple of trainings too. So we'll be back. We got some more. We got some more of the Magshine. You know what I mean? So we'll show you when Magshine's back at it again.
All right, let's go.
Yeah,
let's see it.
So that was for all you Magshine guys out there. So nothing wrong with Magshine. If that's your preference, that's your preference. But you know what I mean?
Hey.
You detailers, be careful out there. Be careful of the information you're getting.
How about like this? In the 90s, you know, the hip hop gear, early 2000s, it was wild, right? Everyone had their gear. You had the top of the line, you know. Diddy had what? Sean John.
Yeah.
That was
Outkast even had a.
Yeah.
Outkast
Eminem had his.
Yeah.
And then
G-Unit had theirs.
And then so there's always levels to things. So Sean John was always smooth stuff.
Yeah. You kind of know like. And then level of.
And then you had those South Pole boys.
Oh yeah. There's always a level of business in the way that it's conducted and the way that it's kind of perceived.
I didn't wear
perception. I wasn't a South Pole guy.
No,
you already know. I stayed. I had to be with the top notch. That's just me. But when it comes to quality gear, when it comes to quality tools and training, just you guys gotta be careful out there. You gotta be careful out there. But I do need to give me some of that Magshine clay, that color sands though. That's what I'm talking about. That's what
he said. Color sand.
He said that clay color sands. He says it's color sanding. That's what he said. That's what he said. I don't know. Maybe we need to take the training. Maybe we should take the training. Maybe we should take the training.
You're missing something.
Yeah, something.
You never told me that.
Something's dead. No, that's because it doesn't exist.
So, we don't know.
Maybe it does. Maybe Magshine is on.
We don't know.
Maybe Magshine is on to something.
We don't know.
So, you know what I mean? Maybe they're so far advanced. Maybe we got it wrong.
Maybe South Pole did have some good gear.
Yeah, maybe we got it all twisted. Maybe we got it backwards. Maybe Magshine is the leaders. They're in the forefront. Maybe. All right, so enough about Magshine. Let's talk about some towels. If you guys follow us, if you guys watch us, we have a few different tiers of towels. We got the old Kirk Franklins. You know what I mean? Like the old Costco joints, the ruggeds for the dirty work, for the grimy stuff. You know what I mean?
Or the people flossing, brand new towel. Every car gets a brand new towel.
We love the one that has, every car gets a new towel.
Hey, but those brand new towel costs, they do.
Yeah, those things be
they do
bussin',
come out. Those things are legit.
Yeah,
the first go round.
They hit nice on that first go round, especially with the windows. So if you guys aren't on the Costco towels, man, I always tell people, get some. Just get a couple packs to have, you know what I mean, around the house. I'm not removing polish with them, man. I've had nightmares removing polish with those things, man. I remember me and Sal were out there, we were doing a refinement polish on a black Camaro, man, and we were all done. I was all proud of the work I did. And right before we were wrapping up, that last final hit, I was hitting it with Bead Maker, you know, after the polish. Man, I scratched that hood up so bad with those Kirk Franklin towels. Just, man, terrible. So after that, I said no more on nothing else but grimy work.
Yo, but remember our man MJ?
Yes.
He used it for the bottom.
Yes.
That was a good tip right there.
Yeah. Great tip, because when we do our fleet work and we do those grimy works, the whole bottoms, we're not even touching them with the mitt. Kirk Franklin's all day.
And then toss them.
Yes,
they
and
get
just
tossed.
Toss them things. It's a wrap. Or work trucks, all that stuff. But anyway, so that's our bottom tier, the Kirk Franklin. Our second tier is the Rag Company. But I've been having some issues with the Rag Company, man. I don't know if so me and Sal, we're really big on all of our disciplines and all of our standards around not only the studio, but in the van, our mobile unit. We try to keep everything locked in. We try to keep our game tight when it comes with everything, like presentation and everything. But lately, we've been getting these towels from the Rag Company that are just like, they're like crazy shapes, man. They're just...
What's it that? What do you call the four? It's not a square.
That's like a trapezoid. You got to find the hypotenuse on this one. They're just, and this is just one that I grabbed. This isn't the craziest, man. We got some that are shaped like diamonds, that are all wild, and you can't fold them. You know what I mean? I like to fold my stuff nice. We like our stuff to be, you know what I mean? Like, look, give you an example. I'm trying to fold this thing. Look at that. That's wild. That's just wild. I called the Rag Company and they said, you know what, you ever get those, let us know. So shout out to the Rag Company for standing by their quality. I get it. It happens. People make mistakes. It's just us as detailers, don't be afraid to hold people accountable. We're held accountable every single day to our clients. We're held accountable to the IRS for paying taxes. We're held accountable to all these different responsibilities as a business owner. We're responsible, we're the community we hold ourselves accountable to, you know what I mean? Even when we're working, if we're doing a mobile job, we're held accountable for water waste management. We're held accountable for using biodegradable chemicals. We're held accountable for a lot of things. So don't be afraid, guys, to reach out, develop relationships, and let people know. They may not know these things are happening. So it's very important for us to take care of each other and support. I'm not here to rag on anybody or anything, but you know what I mean? Like this, you know what I mean? Like 1 or 2 is no problem. I would have let it go if it was 1 or 2. There's no big deal. But when I'm buying these 25, 50 at a time, and you know what I mean, 10 of those are messed up, it's kind of like, okay, well, I can't even fold these down and make them look presentable in a studio setting when I have clients coming over.
Maybe that's the price you get when you get the seamless.
Yeah, maybe.
Something's got to fall off, I guess. Maybe that the integrity of the shape falls off.
Possibly. I don't know. It could be a lot of things. I'm sure maybe it was stacked on top of a bunch of different. I don't know. I don't know that much about towels to be in fabrics.
Shaz, Mac Shine.
Yeah, maybe Mac Shine got the answer. But yeah, and then talking about towels. So that's our standard towel. And Rag Company, we love Rag Company. Rag Company has done a lot for the industry. They stepped everybody's game up when it comes to towels. They've exposed us all to better towels, and so that is our standard.
Those brand new. they grab.
Yes, yes.
Ooh, they grab.
And this is pretty much our all-purpose towel for interior cleaning, you know. And when it's new, sometimes we use it for the exterior as well to kind of break them in a little bit, loosen them up a little bit, if that makes sense, you guys. But for the most part, you know, this is our standard towel. We probably use this towel in a detail. We probably use this. I would say we use the Kirk Franklin, about 10% of the detail. This is about 80%.
Yes.
And then that other percentage left over is gonna be the finisher towels, which is a whole nother tier and a whole nother level of quality of towel. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about the Rag Company towels and you know, the quality control. But guys, don't be afraid to, you know, to reach out to people. You know, I've done it with everybody that I've had any kind of issue with. And it's not necessarily that I'm complaining or whatever. I want them to make sure. You know, I've had clients before that have reached out to me and said, hey, Joel.
Everybody can improve
Yes.
at any time.
Yeah, and we want this whole industry to elevate. It's not just like, oh, we want to be the best, or we want to hate on them, or we won't. We want everybody to do good. We want the Rag Company to have the most consistent towel quality out there for what they provide. We want Max Shine to have the best quality training out there for other detailers to see and to experience. You know what I mean? Like we want everybody to do good, because the more this community elevates, everybody wins.
Yes.
Everybody wins, everybody eats. It does nothing but good things for us. But we got to understand also there's levels to this business. There's a level of comprehension that needs to be there when it comes to not only operating your business, but understanding where you're taking information and where you're getting your goods and where you're really putting that money to support things. You know, I want to put my money into things that we support because they're doing it the right way. You know what I mean? So
shout out to Rag Company, man. We love you guys.
Yes, Rag Company. Thank you. And when I first started out, Rag Company was the first online store that I was able to really trust, because there was so much stuff out there. And, you know, a lot of the guys at the Rag Company, through their videos and, you know, me emailing or DMing them on Instagram, they were really supportive as far as, you know, like, hey, we're not gonna put anything out there that's trash. You know, I learned about a lot of great brands and a lot of great tools and products through the Rag Company, you know. So a little bit more on business. We're gonna get to the next video, man, because we see a lot of these guys over there talking, I want another van, I want another this, I want another that.
Growth.
I wanna grow, you know what I mean? And their idea of growth is accumulation of
debt.
Yeah, in you know what I mean? To pretty much sum it up, yes. That they're not understanding that that's what they're doing when they're growing in their terms. I would say maybe at too fast of a pace, or scaling without really assessing the risk, or scaling without really
having enough information.
Yes.
Well, a lot of it goes to not knowing what they need to know.
Yes. I see so many guys jumping in and saying, well, I didn't know this was going to be an issue, or I didn't know that this was going to affect the business so much, or I didn't realize this was going to happen. So we're going to get to the next clip. This is a good one. Pay attention, guys. This is one that I picked out because I think we can all kind of learn from it.
Yeah, so a lot of rescheduling is very, very common in home detailing. A couple of reschedules, different appointments in different cities, so we kind of run around back and forth, lose a lot of time in transport, and so kind of screw things off a little bit, but we're back on track now. Yeah, well, you have a long night, yeah. Why? We have a few terms that we're going to start prepping a little bit. We are going to build in here for tomorrow, so we're going to have a long night practice meeting. So, you were telling me, you didn't have a lot of cars today. No, man, it was a particularly weird day. Normally we do 25 cars plus, cruise. Your day, we didn't get probably closer to 12. Yet it seemed like a super long day. Crews were all over the place. Guys weren't showing up. People were late. We were late. So everything was all over the place. And what do you do when that happens? Like, I feel like it's very easy to stress out. Yeah. You got people.
Okay. There's a lot there. So Sal, we've if you guys aren't aware, me and Sal have employed hundreds of employees. Me and Sal have both been in operations and director roles for very big companies. Sal with the government, me with, you know what I mean, multiple companies across different industries. And I will tell you guys right now, you have no clue what you are in for when you try to scale an operation, especially without experience. What do you do on days like that, Sal? Like, what do you do besides cry? Because those days are no fun.
I'm crying when he said 25.
Yes.
Now, granted, we're a two-man operation.
Yes.
We're not set up to do 25. However,
yes. Even if you are set up,
the margin for error.
Yes.
It just, I don't even know what percentage that would go up.
No, I'm guessing it's probably, well, just think about it like this. It's gonna double your every single vehicle that you do.
25.
Yes. 25.
My man said he had to reschedule.
He said he had people call in, not show up.
Ooh.
He said he said they were late to appointments. He said he has a late night still that he has to work on.
Different cities.
Yes, his service area. He was, they cover a large service area. So again, guys, there's a lot of things here, a lot of controllables that are out of control. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you think, okay, I have a large service area. Yeah, I have a good amount of vans. Yeah, I have a good amount of crew. I can cover this. I can make more money. But the reality is, you may be able to profit more money riding solo, or with 2 people, or with 3 people, or maybe with just an additional unit. Not with the bigger your business gets, the bigger your operation gets, the more issues that come into play, and then it's not over. So he said he has a long evening. He has to prep a ceramic coating, do the ceramic coating, and then go drop that car back off. So now it's interfering with the next day, because you have to go drop a car off. You gotta time manage that. And then you gotta take care of whatever the operation day is.
And then, not to mention, he's getting calls from his employee about what to do. Because no matter what.
Oh yes, all day long, you're gonna.
If you're not the boss, if you're not running things, you're gonna call somebody else for that assertion.
Yes, yeah.
So I can only imagine what this vato's going
Oh no, just headache after headache after. You want to talk about putting out fires?
Oh man.
That's putting out fires. Like that's, to me, all that does is
makes you strong.
Yes. And I hope people learn if they put themselves in these situations, but we've seen detailers do it time and time again and not learn.
Yeah, and still do the same thing.
Yeah. Why do you think a lot of these detailers that we know now, where they're just like, hey, I had to, like for instance, Rennie Doyle, how many shops did he have? Ivan LaCroix, how many shops did he have?
You talk to any of the old school cats.
You know what I mean? And not just detailing, in business in general.
Cats that own 4 or 5 restaurants.
No.
Same thing.
The
cats that ran through 2, 3, 4 barbershops.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. They're just like, no, I had to scale it down. There too many problems, too many issues, too many personnel, you know what I mean? Discrepancies.
When you get employees, you assume you're going to assume their problems.
Yeah, and you can say all you want right now. You could say, oh, well, if you get the right employees, if you get good employees and you take care of them, yes, I get that. That'll work for a while, but everybody has things they got to deal with. There's times in life where things just have to be taken care of, and that's a priority over work. And when that's a priority over work, that affects the workplace. So if Sal's like, hey, my wife's delivering a baby tomorrow, I can't say, oh, you gotta be at work.
Yeah.
No, that's something I can't, that's uncontrollable. That's something I cannot, like, there's always things that are gonna happen like that. You can be prepared for them all you want, but you're never gonna be, you know what I mean? Like,
so if you add just 3 more people, everyone has a potential problem. So anybody that you get more potential problems.
And I've dealt with it my whole career on every age level, every demographic.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
No
I've
matter.
had teenagers who were like, oh, I'm arguing with my parents, this and that. Oh, my car broke down. Oh, I got my girl pregnant. Oh, this and that. Oh, I can't make it in because my son's sick. And that's life. And we have to understand that. But when you run a business, you have to understand those things affect your business. So don't just think, oh, I got all these employees, I got all these customers. And the other part that's not understood too from the get-go that should be early comprehension is the bigger your operation, the more you need to bring in order to cover the operating cost in order to profit. So you shouldn't be really thinking about the money that you're bringing in. You should be really thinking about the profits, because a lot of these guys are working really, really hard just to operate. This individual here, for this from this video, in a previous video, they had spoken about how many vehicles they need just to make a profit, and it was in the double digits. So if you're not doing 18, 20 cars a day, you're literally working for free, or you're in the hole. So if you don't hit that target number, then you're literally, there's no difference between you doing that or you being at home doing nothing, because you're not making any money. All you're doing is paying for your labor, paying for your vans, paying for your bills.
I don't think these cats are going to understand that. That's one of those things where they're going to learn the
that the hard way. It's like telling
gotta feel it to believe.
Yeah, it's like telling a teenager, hey, don't do that.
Yes.
That's gonna mess you up later. Like you can save your money. It's like telling a 20-year-old, save your money.
But we'll break. We break that for schooling. That's for school. You guys got lucky.
You got a little taste of what we train on. So, but yeah, there's, you know what I mean, guys. Don't kill yourself over this. Like there's nothing wrong with a small operation. Like our boy, the distinguished detailing, the dopest detailer. What's he say?
Go small, keep it all.
Yeah, keep it small, keep it all. And that's, you know what I mean? And that's the way you have to look at your business in some aspects. You know, it may just be a certain portion of your business, but
you can still be a boss.
Yeah,
when you run small.
But I'll tell you what feels like a boss to me. Feeling like a boss, coming home with nice profits, being done by 10 o'clock. That's, you know what I mean? That's the most I've ever felt like a boss, with nobody calling me after work, no headaches, no worries, you know, nobody stressing me, no overhead. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm at a point where I'm past on, because I've done all of that in other fields. So I know what that entails.
We enjoy being home and being off.
Yes, that's our priority. That's what we're working for. We're not working to do more cars.
How many guys go out there and you guys get home and you guys are worried about the next 3 days?
Yeah, that's not a good feeling. That's not a good feeling.
We come home and we're off.
Yes.
The next day is already prepped for.
Yeah, and that allows us time to do stuff like this, to put out informative stuff for you guys, to try to entertain, to do things that make us happy. That's a lot, man. That's a lot of.
So he's probably running what, like 3-4 vans?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
So another thing is, that's more risk, more vans itself, more tools to go wrong, to break down.
You're in your liability, man. Everything just skyrockets at that point, and not to mention the stress that you're putting on yourself. You know, if you have a rainy day, can you imagine having a schedule with say, let's say on average 15 vehicles that need to be serviced per day, and you have a couple days of rain? Imagine how good. I'm nice with the scheduling tools. I am nice with scheduling. Scheduling is hard. And when you have something thrown in the fork in that schedule, you gotta we've all done it, you know what I mean? Like, if you have 2 cars and you gotta reschedule them, that could be a problem, because you're working with conflicting schedules.
You got 5 cars, you're late for 1. That's a domino effect.
Yes.
Now you're late to all 4.
Yes. Imagine 25. Let's put some perspective on that. You know what I mean? So yes.
What we got next?
I think that's all we got.
That's all we got.
I do want to. I want to give a shout out to the Born Detailers TV.
Boo, boo.
Those are our guys right there. Those are our guys. If you guys haven't checked them out, go check them out. Go subscribe. Born Detailers TV. They're doing it with their podcast. We're loving it. We're liking the info they're giving. These guys are doing it. They understand. They're kicking knowledge. They're entertaining. You know what I mean? It feels like when we game recognized game, and when you see other cats out there showing love to the community, doing good things, they know what they're talking about. We want to give them love. We want to give them love. Eddie Colon and JB, we want to give them love too.
John B, smooth player.
Yeah. Oh, cold Eddie over there. Watch out with Eddie, man. He's cold with it. He don't care. Eddie don't care, and I love him for it. So
we're gonna see you soon, Eddie.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, Eddie. We'll have all these guys on the podcast too. But this is our first episode. We want to know what you guys think. Hey, we want to know what you guys think, good or bad. We don't care.
We already canceled.
We're already canceled. We're just gonna keep bringing the heat every week.
Oh, it's only gonna get better.
Yes, it's gonna get better. And let us know what you guys want to see. Hey, and if there's any crazy, wild videos out there,
send it to us.
Send it to us. We'll get you on here. We'll give you a shout out. Man, we're not trying to hurt no feelings. You guys are putting it out there. We ain't posting this stuff. You guys are posting
Everyone
this.
says the comment. So that's what we're doing. We're commenting.
Yeah, and everybody's a critic. So, hey man, we get the hate too. So there's no, you know what I mean? You give something, you know what I mean? It's all love. We're
already canceled though.
Yeah, we don't care. Shout out to all the podcasts out there. Shout out to all the
Jamie the Cleaner,
Jamie the Cleaner,
and Bucky.
Bucky, we see you. Rad Garage, you know, all those cats out there.
DIY,
Jimbo,
all them.
DIY, you know what I mean? Everybody.
There's a lot.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot.
So let us know what you guys want to see on here, and let us know what videos are wild, what we need to be talking about, and we'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys. Peace.
If we're gonna wash your car, I would suggest we're gonna get one of our fine grits. We're gonna get one of our fine grits because this one doesn't really scratch. It says fine grit, it says fine grit, but I honestly don't even think it has any grit. And that's good for Teslas. That's good for cars like Marcos is, you know what I mean? We don't really want to scratch the car no matter what. Yeah. But say we're doing a car that we're gonna do a polish on, a correction on, then I wanna step into a medium to a heavy cutting clay bar. The reason for that is because it's, give or take, it's color sanding the car down.
It's time to put the RUPES down.
What happened in the morning? You had cancellations or?
Yeah, so a lot of rescheduling. Again, it's very, very common in mobile detailing. A couple of reschedules, different appointments in different cities, so we can kind of run around back and forth. You lose a lot of time in transport, and so kind of threw things off a little bit, but we're back on track now.
Yeah, well, you have a long night.
Long night, yeah.
Why?
We have a 2-year ceramic coating that we're gonna start prepping in a little bit. We are gonna deliver this vehicle tomorrow, so we're gonna have a long night prepping and getting it ready.
So, you were telling me, you didn't have a lot of cars today.
Nah, man, it was a particularly weird day. Normally we do 25 cars plus.